I'm Holly Michael, editor and publisher of the Twin Creek Times, and this is our weekly list. And today I'm going to be talking about local road names and their origins. Many of our road names are named for local settlers and early landowners. Examples are Gunkel and Zering, Boomershine and Eby. And, there's a traditional name, especially in town, of Walnut and Cherry and Plum, named after local trees. And then we also have, those directional signs going all the way back to a map from the late 1800s. There is a Alexander Road that comes out of Farmersville, which is a predecessor of Farmersville, West Alexandria. And we'll look at another road in a minute that comes out of Farmersville that also is directional but has an interesting history. But today I'm going to start here at the infamous Chicken Bristle Road. I'm at the corner of Clayton and Chicken Bristle, and Chicken Bristle has a puzzling history. It's sort of a mystery. The people from Slifers Presbyterian who are based on the corner here have researched it and tried to figure it out over the years. No one here has been able to come up with a conclusive answer of what a chicken bristle actually is. But some people say it's an allusion to cockfighting. Others just point out that, it maybe is a sort of a funny name to kind of imply that the people here were, early country settlers living in the middle of nowhere. There is a Chicken Bristle unincorporated in Kentucky. And then because some people from Kentucky moved to Illinois, there's one in Illinois as well. And there's actually a book that you can purchase on Amazon called Chicken Bristle Road that's about country life in Missouri. So there's still not much answer about what Chicken Bristle Road is named for. In fact, even the Dayton Daily News wrote two different stories, one in 2016 and one in 2018, talking about local road names. They both used Chicken Bristle in the headline and then failed to actually describe or figure out what a chicken bristle is. So even those reporters were stymied on that. So we'll look at a few more names as we go around this morning. The origins of Venus Road may seem obvious, named for the Roman goddess of love, perhaps, or the planet, but actually Venus Road is named for descendants of John Venus, an early settler in this community and founder of Jackson Township. And there are a big farm on this road that is still owned by the Venus family, and I was able to visit and take a look at their barn, and they still have an HV on the roof of their barn, which is a replica of what was originally on the barn roof when it was built in 1869. As you leave Farmersville and head west toward Preble County, you're traveling on Farmersville-Gratis Road. And this is a directional street and maybe not as unusual. I think what makes this significant is when I looked at old maps from the late 1800s, it showed a road called Winchester leaving Farmersville. And a little research showed that Winchester was actually the original name of Gratis. So this was named Winchester Road originally because it headed to Gratis. And in 1901, they actually changed the name to Gratis because apparently there were several other towns called Winchester in Preble County. So I thought that was interesting. And also, even directional roads can have interesting histories. I'm here on Gunkel Street in Germantown, and maybe you can hear the soft tones of the noontime church bells also in the background. But Gunkel Street is a very important street because it recognizes the founder of Germantown. Gunkel came to this area with a contingent of German-speaking people from Pennsylvania around the early 1800s. And he was one of the few, according to the history, that could speak English. And he was the one who ended up helping plat out Germantown and was a very important and instrumental to what we know now as Germantown, and certainly deserves to be honored with the street in his name.